Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to Photoshop. So in today's class we are still going to talk about object modifications and some other tools that you guys can use to be able to crop your pictures and select a few parts of the picture. So what we are going to talk about today is, once again, it's gonna be part of the magnetic lasso tool, and also in right here in the magic wand. So basically we're going to talk about the quick selection wand and as well as the magnetic lasso tool. So basically we talked about the lasso tool and the polygonal lasso tool in the past classes. Today we're going to talk about the magnetic one and the quick selection tool. So let's start. So basically for the purpose of this course, what you are going to need will be one picture, and we are going to simply crop this picture. So we're going to work with this picture right here, which is my favorite one. What I will do, I will simply duplicate this picture at first. All right, so right now, let's say I want to crop, I don't know, I like this picture, but I only want to keep the mountains of the picture. So basically, I want to delete the skies and I want to change the background of the skies. So how can I do it? So basically, I can, for example, try to use the magic wand right here. And if I try to do it, as you can see, it's gonna be a little bit complicated, and because there is a lot of stars, it's not that easy to use. If you guys try to use the tool right here, which we have right there, which would be the rectangle, the rectangle selection or the square selection, yes, you guys will be able to select, in this case, the mountains, but there is one little problem. You will still have some skies inside of your picture. So as you can see, we have skies right here. So that's not what we want. We simply want to select all the mountains without necessarily having the skies. So what tool are we going to use exactly? So pretty simple. This is why we have right here, over there, so the magnetic lasso tool. So basically what exactly this tool do? So it works pretty much as the lasso tool. So when we are working with the lasso tool, what we'll do, we'll simply select the mountains like this. But the problem with this tool is that it's not perfect, and that it doesn't necessarily bring the results that we want. So with the magnetic lasso tool, how it works, it will automatically, it works with colors, and it will automatically connect to the color that we are looking for. So in this case, we want to work with the white color, and this is exactly what it will do. So let's try it out. First of all, let's just put the picture to its real format. So, okay, we got it. All right, good. All right, so let's come back to our magnetic lasso tool. So what we'll do at first, we'll simply zoom in on the picture, and we are going to work with the lasso tool. So basically what you can see, what it does, it will add points to the mountain part. So basically there is a lot of points that are added to the mountain part, and let's say that I'm not satisfied of one of the points, or I made a mistake and I did something like this, I can just click on the delete and it will automatically come back to the previous point. So as you can see right here, it made some mistakes. So I can create manually the points, or if I don't create the points, they will be automatically generated. So I don't necessarily need to create all the points. So here we go. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. Once again, right now I'm doing it pretty fast because I'm doing it for the purpose of this course and just for you guys to understand. So it's not gonna be that perfect. But if you guys want it to be perfect, what I'll suggest you to do is simply zoom in in your picture, and you'll see it's gonna be pretty awesome. So the results will be way better than mine, where I'm not zooming in necessarily. And finally, when I'm done, I can simply crop everything right here. All right, so right now I basically have my mountain. What I can do is simply Control C, Control V. So if I delete the picture, as you can see, I still have my mountains. And what I can do right now, I can, for example, add something in the background, simply change the background or add something in the background. I can have whatever I want in the background. For example, let's say I want to have my Iron Man in the background. I can have it. Let's say I want to have my Iron Man behind the mountains. Well, I can have it behind the mountains. and add my other picture right here. So as you can see, I have my Iron Man, I have my mountains, and I have an effect where the Iron Man is somewhere behind the mountains. So it's pretty cool. Let me just make it better. As you can see, I have an effect of the Iron Man that is behind the mountains. Once again, it's pretty nice. I can do the same thing with my Batmans. So I have my Batmans right here. Simply drag them up there so you'll be able to see them. Here we go. So same thing for the Batman. I can put it somewhere right here, which is pretty cool. So I have my Batman behind my Iron Man or next to my Iron Man. So pretty cool what I can do with this, and it adds a little effect to the picture. All right. Next thing. So right now we talked about the first way that you guys can, well, what you can do. Right now we are going to talk about the second tool that I wanted to talk about. It's the quick selection tool, and basically works pretty much as the Magic Wand tool, but the only difference with the quick selection tool is that it's like the Magic Wand tool, but more manual. Let me show you an example and you'll understand. So let's say we have our Iron Man right here. So we have this picture with a white background. So if I add this, you can see that it's on a white background. And I want to select the Iron Man. So basically it's a white background, so it's gonna be pretty simple. I can simply use my Magic Wand tool right here, click once, and it will automatically select it. But let's say there is a complicated background. I can simply select the Iron Man using the quick selection tool. So let me just show you how it works. So pretty simple. What I will do, I will simply go on my quick selection tool. Here I can decide of the size of my my selection. So the radius will be right here. So I can decide if I want to have a big radius or a small radius. Here we go. All right. So just selecting the Iron Man. Good. So right now what we will do, I will select a small radius for the purpose of this example. So we'll go with 25 pixels. And we are going to select the Iron Man. So right here, we're gonna select our Iron Man. We have a little problem because it's working on another layer. So just deleting all the other layers. Here we go. So we have all our pictures. Great. All right, let's come back with our Iron Man. All right, so we have our Iron Man right here. So first step, what we want to do is simply select the quick selection tool. And what we'll do right now, we'll simply select the Iron Man. So if we click on Shift, what's going to happen? It will add more selection. If we click on ELT, what it will do, it will select less. So let's try it out. So as you can see, it selects a part of our Iron Man. So I'm still clicking on Shift. And as you can see, it will select small parts of it until it selects the whole Iron Man. So basically I can work with a little part of the picture and it will automatically select all the colors that are associated with this part of the picture. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. I selected the whole Iron Man. So right now I can copy my picture and paste it somewhere else. And as you can see, I have my Iron Man right here. So here it is. That's the Iron Man that we have just created. And it's pretty much like the new one, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, it's pretty nice what we have just created right here. So you can do this with well, we can do the same thing with the Batman. I'm not gonna do it necessarily because it's gonna take a lot of time. But well, once again, I can do the exact same thing with the Batman. So I can play with it and select the whole Batman. And even if the background is a little bit more complicated, I can use this tool to be able to work with it. So right now, you know the majority of tools that you guys can use to be able to crop a picture and take a part of a certain picture and bring it to another pic. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.